Hello everyone, I am Dr. Prateek Joshi. Today we have a case of a complete ACL tear with lateral meniscus posterior horn tear in a young individual, for which we are going to do arthroscopic ACL reconstruction and lateral meniscus repair. What you are seeing right now is the view of the intercondylar notch as seen through the anterolateral portal. You can clearly make out that the anterior cruciate ligament is completely torn, and now we are trying to identify the ACL footprint on the and now as we go in the lateral compartment, you can clearly make out that there is tear involving the posterior horn of the lateral meniscus. As you can see, I am using probe to identify the tear, and in this young individual we are going to repair this tear with the help of all inside implants. It is very important to preserve as much of the lateral meniscus tear as possible because of the concavo convex configuration of the lateral compartment. So now I am going to change my viewing portal from anterolateral to anteromedial portal, and then I am going to introduce a sleeve on which I am going to introduce my all inside meniscus repair device. And as you can see, I am piercing the inferior capsule of the posterior horn of the lateral meniscus, and as you can see, I have deployed one implant inferiorly, and now I am targeting the superior capsule, and as I have pierced the capsule, I have deployed the second implant, and as you can see, now I am tightening the knot, and you can clearly see that the meniscus is getting reduced. There is slight eversion of the edge of the meniscus, which I am going to correct with the help of arthroscopic probe. So now the meniscus is sitting properly, and now I am going to pull the thread to tighten the knot, and then I am going to use knot cutter to cut the thread. This completes our first all inside suture used for the posterior horn of the lateral meniscus. Now I am going to change my viewing portal from anteromedial to anterolateral, and I am going to insert my second all inside device from the anteromedial portal. As you can see right now, I have inserted my second all inside device superior to the lateral meniscus and just posterior to the tendon of the popliteus. So the first implant has been deployed superiorly, and now I am going to introduce my all inside device inferior to the lateral meniscus in order to pierce the inferior capsule, and then I am going to deploy my second implant. As you can see, I am finding it a bit difficult to orient my device in correct position because of the tibial spine, but now I could engage the proper position of the capsule which I want to engage, and now I have deployed the second implant. So now I am going to gently pull the thread in order to tighten the knot, which will complete our second suture repair of the torn lateral meniscus by all inside device. So this is the final picture of the lateral meniscus repair. You can see the repair is quite strong and it is quite stable, and we hope that this is going to heal quite well. So now we'll shift our focus to arthroscopic ACL reconstruction, for which I am going to introduce 6 mm offset femoral aimer, and as you can see, it is sitting nicely on the ACL femoral footprint, through which I am going to drill the guide wire through the lateral femoral condyle. So the guide wire has been drilled through the ACL footprint on the lateral femoral condyle, over which I am going to drill with endobutton drill bit, and in this case it appears to be the depth of our femoral tunnel is going to be around 30 to 35 millimeter. Now I am going to remove the guide wire and introduce the depth gauge, and the depth of our femoral tunnel is 35 millimeter. So here we are going to use adjustable loop endo button, for which we are going to keep 20 millimeter of graft in femoral tunnel. So we are going to drill with 10 millimeter drill bit up to mark of 20 millimeter, because the diameter of our graft is 10 millimeter. So this completes the femoral tunnel preparation, and as you can see from the anteromedial portal, this is how our femoral tunnel looks like. You can see there is no blowout and it is perfectly in the anatomical footprint. So now we are going to start the process of drilling the tibial ACL tunnel, for which I have introduced the ACL tibial jig, which has been kept at 55 degrees of angle. This is elbow aimer tibial ACL jig. So I am going to keep the tip of the ACL jig in such a way that the guide wire comes just posterior and medial to the anterior horn of the lateral meniscus. And since it's a 10 millimeter tunnel, I am going to keep it slightly posterior so that there is no anterior blowout of the tunnel in the end. So I am sequentially drill with 7 millimeter and then with 10 millimeter drill bit over the guide wire, because the diameter of our graft at the tibial end is 10 millimeter. So now we are passing our graft attached to the adjustable loop endo button. As you can see, I am shuttling the endo button threads from the tibial tunnel to the femoral tunnel, and as you can see, the endo button has already got inserted inside the femoral tunnel, which we are going to flip once we see the blue mark which we have made on the adjustable loop threads. This blue mark corresponds to 35 millimeter, which is the length of our femoral tunnel, and which means that the button is now ready to be flipped. This is the view from the ACL femoral tunnel once the button is flipped. You can clearly see that it is perfectly flipped on the lateral cortex of the femoral condyle. And now we are going to gently pull the graft from the tibial tunnel to the femoral tunnel as we pull the threads attached to the adjustable loop endo button. And as you can see, now we are pulling the ACL graft from the tibial tunnel to the femoral tunnel. So now the full length of the femoral tunnel is being occupied by the new ACL graft. The length of the graft which is in the femoral tunnel is 20 millimeter. Now we are going to do cyclic loading of the ACL graft and then fix the graft at the tibial end with interference screw of 9 into 25 millimeter, and this is the final picture of our ACL graft after tibial interference screw fixation. You can see that the position of our graft is anatomical and it is quite robust in nature. We are going to follow the standard ACL with meniscus repair protocol, and this is the post-operative X-ray. You can see the beta TCP screw with the tunnel in the tibial end, and endo button is sitting flush to the lateral cortex of the lateral femoral condyle. Thanks for watching this video.